Inside will get your head on right. For me in a bad mind. Me not have no space or time for fight, yo. Me just act up, no wrong or right, yo. No wrong or right, yo. Come on, come on. Oh, come together. We need some peace. Oh, just to enter. No time to waste. Right to center. Be positive. Oh, you know it's better. Yes, we can come together in the sandbox. Oh, yes, we can make no friends in the sandbox. Oh, leave all the problem then and mind what you say. Brethren, build your journey and go on your own way. Hey, hey. Take time to modify your vibe tonight, yo, yo. You have to learn to change your fire to light, yo, hey. We don't have no space or time to fight, alright, yo, yo. We just have love, no wrong or right, yo, no wrong or right, yo. Hey, hey. Take time and modify your vibe tonight, yo, yo. You have to learn to change your fire to light, yo, hey. We don't have no space or time for fight, alright, yo, yo. We just have love, no wrong or right, yo, no wrong or right, yo. Yes, we can come together in the sandbox, oh. Yes, we can make no friends in the sandbox, oh. Leave all the problem then and mind what you say. Brethren, build your journey and go on your own way. This is a chill place, yeah, yeah, yeah. You don't have to worry, no, no, no. This is your own base, yeah, yeah, yeah. You don't have to scurry, oh. We say, hey, hey. We are gonna make this crew unite tonight. We say, yo, yo. Inside will get your head on right. For me in a bad mind. Me not have no space or time for fight, yo. Me just act up, no wrong or right, yo. No wrong or right, yo. Come on.
Hello everyone and welcome back to VoxEdit Monday with me, the amazing Panda Pops. How the frig are you? How was everyone's weekend? It is Monday again. Can you Adam and Eve it? Oh my goodness. It is the start of the week, and what better way to start your week than a VoxEdit Monday stream with me? How the frig is everyone doing? Turn Z, I see you there. Sir Alakin, you say hello, I'm back. Were you gone? Sir Alakin, where did you go? My friend, where have you been? Welcome on back. Elcos, great to see you here. It's great to have everyone here. It's a good old Monday. We're going to be doing some VoxEdit, however, and I say this with so much love, we are not continuing with the boat. I am still working on the boat, but I feel like we've done enough on the boat. You guys can see the finished boat for today. You've been, oh yes you have! How did you, yes, I saw your posts and everything. I commented on them. I am so, honestly, we'll talk about Japan. Maybe we'll make something Japanese inspired for today's stream. Who knows? Maybe, I don't know. But friggin' amazing. I hope everybody had an amazing weekend, is having a good summer or winter, depending on where you are. Australia's in winter right now. So I hope you're having a good summer or winter. Just a good August. I hope you're having a good August. But welcome on in. We are doing VoxEdit. We're going to be doing some Voxel. artwork. Now I don't know what we're going to make, and I am going to be accepting ideas. We're going to be accepting ideas. But Sir Alekin, honestly, I love Japan. I've been there a few times. I absolutely adore it. When you'd gone to Nara, I was like, oh, I miss Nara. I don't know where else in Japan you went. If you went to Nara, I assume you also went to probably Kyoto, Osaka, maybe. It's cheaper to stay in Osaka and then travel to like Nara and Kyoto from Osaka, just so people are aware. I assume you also went to Tokyo. Did you go to where else did you go? Let me know. But yeah, love Nara. It's beautiful also, and I don't know if it's still there because it's been a while since we went to Japan, but there's kind of like, when you get to Nara, there's one station and you kind of just follow like a main path round. There's like some some shops and stuff, but there's like one main way for you to like walk, and everybody kind of heads all the same way, which takes you to all the temples and stuff. But down where there's lots of like shoppy bits, there's a little alleyway. If you go down it, there's one shop that is filled with cheap ass Gundam. There's so much Gundam in there. So I heard if you like Gundam, maybe it's still there. I don't know. But what should we make today? I am taking suggestions. What do you guys want me to make? Well, or what would you like to learn? We can do a bit of that. Hokane. Oh, I haven't been to Hokane. But yeah, that's. So you went Tokyo, Hiroshima. I've been to Hiroshima, Kyoto, Nara, Osaka. Yeah. The second time I went, we also went to Nagoya, and Nagoya was really, really nice. I really liked Nagoya. Oh yeah, what should we do? Maybe oh, right, okay, first thing that we gotta do, I've gotta announce the winners for Friday's stream giveaway. So Priab, you won the Panda Duck NFT. Sorry, I didn't write down that it was a Panda Duck NFT. And then for the people that came from Mad Maddie's stream that were new followers, is Husky from Pluto, Varsavian, All Good 49er, and Beasties. They all won 10 sand each. Now, they get the 10 sand once they've actually made a Sandbox account. Oh! Like a Panda Pops party. Whoop, whoop. Whoa, that's loud! That was so loud! But welcome on in. So they'll get, if you are one of those people, you will get 10 sand. Now, right now, KYC is currently down. You can't KYC. However, I will keep all of your details. All of that will go to, like, our spreadsheets. And as soon as you are able to KYC and you have KYC'd, that sand will be sent to you. As far as I'm aware, I believe Husky from Pluto and Beasties have wallets. But not KYC'd, and the other people need to, so make sure you get that set up. Play games, how are you? Okay, you guys are not throwing any suggestions. Any suggestions whatsoever. Right, let's have a look. Do I, what are people, like, curious to learn? Or do we just want to make something random today? I mean, okay, what do we think with the idea, now in Game Maker with 0.12, you can now make it so NPCs follow you, which could in turn allow you to have like some form of pet. So maybe we make some form of pet. What do we think? What pet should we do? What animal? Garnican, how the frig are you doing? Play games, it's always good to see you. A turtle. I mean, a turtle's nice and easy. I've made many a turtle. I don't know if a turtle's too easy, but we'll hope I'm good. I'm doing pretty well. You know what? I didn't get myself a drink at the start of the stream, and I am regretting it a little bit. Regrets. Nasman, hello, hello, hello. Do you think anybody's gonna be against? We're 10 minutes in. Are you against me putting up a quick VT so I could get myself a drink of water? What do we think? Is it too early to do that? Should I wait? I didn't get it. It's my fault. I didn't get it before I started. Okay, so I'm thinking, right, we've got turtle. A part of me is thinking maybe some form of dino, like a cute little dino or a dragon is what I was thinking. I was thinking like a cute dragon or a little dino. What do we think? What other animals do we think? What do we reckon? Hey, Valvestine, how are you doing? You'd like to report a bug with the Game Maker over on X? There should be a way for you to report bugs in Game Maker itself, but the best way for you to report bugs is using our Jira ticketing system, because all what's going to happen is if you tell me, I am also going to make a ticket. But feel free to tell me the bug. Tell me the bug, but also please make it. Wait, a duck, like a walking duck. And he waddled away, waddle, waddle, for the very next day. Bum, 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 bum. Nazman, no. It will not be. So yeah, Valvestine, let me know what that bug is, but it's best if you make the ticket. Okay, so we got a duck. Maybe we could do a few. Okay, wait. What are some, like, fantasy animals? What if we do, like, a cute, like, bunny fairy thing? A bunny fairy. I don't know. Right, you said duck and you said turtle. I could do that quickly. Let's do that. I feel like it's cheating a little bit with a turtle. Technically, I could import some stuff in, but we'll go with it. Bam, 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 bam. Duck walked up the lemonade stand, and he said to the man running the stand, "Hey, bam, 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 got any grapes?" The man said, "No, we only sell lemonade here." So he waddled away, waddle, waddle, till the very next day. Bam, 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 bam. That's gonna be in my head for ages now. Wait, can pet have pets? Like, could one make a train row? I don't know. Try it, Garnican. Give it a try. Have a look. Do a thing. Oh gosh, why is that? No. That feels so bright. Oh, because I've got my grid lines, like... There we go. That's better. Like, why is that looking so bright? Hurting my eyes. Okay, so we're gonna go for a green. I know we probably need like a yellow, but we're just gonna go for this. And I don't want it. I guess we could do it kind of large. Now, what I'm doing is just kind of setting it up. Like, this isn't how I'm actually gonna make it. I'm just kind of setting it up to a certain extent. And we'll do the legs separate, and then they kind of have like an off-green belly, right? Why is that? Let's take this, pop that there, and then just kind of there. Okay. And I'm just gonna give it like a different color belly, I guess. And complete. Does that make sense? No. Guess that makes sense. Should this be higher up, maybe? Oh. Not me trying to remember what my tortoise looks like. No, I'm trying to make something that's very blocky in style rather than an accurate tortoise look. Bow, 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 bow. Nope. I think side eyes makes the most sense. Okay, yeah, that kind of makes me happy. And then, yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. Go back to the green, get a darker green. There's its nose, and then we can sort its shell out. Yeah, it's like, wee. Look at that! Amazing! Amazing shell. Ah, beautiful. And then obviously it needs legs, but we can sort that. Okay, so we're gonna set it to floor. Now, obviously, I mean, we could do that. We're not. We're gonna break it apart, okay? We're going to break this apart. They're like little babies following their mum. Oh, that's cool. I mean, that would be cool. That would be very, very cool to do. Okay, so we've got skeleton node. I'm gonna have the body. Off of the body, we're gonna have a head. Also off of the body, leg 1. And then we'll just duplicate that. So what I'm gonna do is I'm duplicating this because I didn't need to, but it is what it is. I'm gonna bring this in. There we go. Probably does need to be a little shorter. Color that in. Get the darker color. Okay. Maybe that will be fine. And then we actually want this pivot point actually at the top. Gonna move this over here. This is the body, but I'm gonna rename this to leg 1 and check if that looks right. I mean, it's maybe a little bit tall. It's probably okay. I feel like that works. Okay, and then we're just gonna duplicate. Duplicate. Like 2. Like 3. What was everybody up to over the weekend, by the way? Anybody had a good weekend? No? No one? No one had a good weekend? Guys, what have you been up to? I'm gonna move that slightly, and then I'm gonna move these feet down. Whew. Okay. And now we're gonna duplicate this, and I'm gonna rename it to just tortoise head. And then I'm also gonna, once again, duplicate. And we're renaming this body tort. What we're going to do here is we are going to just delete the head. Delete the head. There we go. And then we're going to place this where the body is. And then we're going to go to the tortoise head. And we're going to delete everything but the head. And the pivot point will need changing on this. I'm going to move it to the back. And we're going to move it to around about there. It was your birthday, Nasman! Happy birthday! Belated birthday wishes. Oh my goodness. I hope you got spoiled rotten, my friend. Hope your family and friends spoilt you. Okay? Now, obviously, this is very cube-like. If you don't want it that cubey, then obviously make the changes that you need to. You could give it a little bit more shape by like deleting the edges like that. We'll give it just a little bit more shape there. It'll do a little thing. You know, you're adding more faces to it, but that doesn't matter because there isn't many faces anyway. There you go. You could do the same with the head. And heck, you could even... Oh, I've just realized the legs are... Oh, yeah, there we go. You could even do the same with the legs. I don't like it with the legs, though. I'm going to put the legs back. It was good, and you are spoiled. Your daughter baked a cake from scratch for you. Oh, amazing! What flavor cake? What sort of cake? What was the cake of choice? I am partial to a lemon drizzle, or even a carrot cake. I am partial to either of those two. I like I don't really like anything with icing. I'm not an icing person. Which is a shame because, like, most wedding cakes are covered in icing. I love weddings, go to a fair few. But like, most wedding cakes have icing on it. And I'm just like, I like the sponge on the inside of a wedding cake. Just not the rest of it. Oh, Docs, how are you doing, my friend? And Red Lily, how the frig are you doing? Right, we do have an ad break for starting in 2 minutes. When that ad break starts, I am also going to roll a VT, just so I can go grab a drink of water. A layer of lemon, buttercream, and then, oh, Nazman, that sounds beautiful. Also not a fan of buttercream, but that sounds beautiful, especially lemon buttercream. Oh. But a lemon drizzle, whew. That sounds, Nazman, that sounds friggin' fantastic. You were spoiled. Okay, so we got our simple tortoise here. Okay, we got a nice little pet tortoise. Ardux, well, I can say it's normal. Say what's normal? Did I say something? I don't know. Right, we're renaming set default. Oh, sorry. Rename idle. Oh, shit. Rename idle 01. Okay, and then for this, we're just gonna have it. Now, this is something, please get in the habit of doing this. You need to close your keyframes, okay? And there's a really easy way to do it. Be on your, I've named it skeleton mode. I didn't realize I'd named it that. It's control node. Your control nodes, name it whatever you want to call it, but you want to be on your topmost node. And then just move the arrowhead, and then you're going to press this diamond here. So there's, like, at the top, above where it says control node, there's the 3 diamonds. That's the animation offset. And then there's, like, the buttons, and then there's a single diamond right here. You're going to click that, and it's your open and close keyframe. Okay? This guy is just still while being idle. We are then going to press 1, and this is going to be walk 0, 1. Try and get in the habit of naming them 0, 1s. Okay, ad break starts in just a moment. I am going to put on a thing. A VT.
Y'all ready for the Sandbox game? Climbing up the blockchain. We be hitting like it's.
Hello everyone, and welcome back to another Panda Pops Quick Tips. For today's quick tip, I'm going to show you how you can unlock a template so you can play about with the animation and add to the skeleton. All you need to do is open up your chosen template, save it, then head back to the animator, create new assets, name it whatever you need to name it, and then off of the root over here, we do import hierarchy, find that original one you saved, and there we go. We've got all the animations open, and we can now add child nodes and all of this down on the skeleton. Here is a Panda tip for you guys within VoxEdit animation. Many of you are wondering how you can go about hiding and making things just appear, much like this bit of smoke right here. So we're going to select just this one in particular. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want your item hidden inside the main asset. So I've got it hidden in the fireplace. You can't see it from underneath, can't see it from the side. And we move our arrowhead right up until the point that we want it to appear. We press this, and then the very next frame. And I'm back. Right guys, how we doing? Anything fun happened while I was gone? No. Okay, cool. Right, let's carry on. We are now going to add some animation while that was happening. Oh, wait. Nobody told me that my screen wasn't the right size. What is going on? There we go. That was so odd. Yeah, so I've added some. So we got idle, run, walk, attack. I haven't done the animation on it yet. We're going to have def animation 0, 1, and then just def 0, 1, run, walk, eat 0, 1. I think this is probably enough animations. Maybe happy 0, 1. So, oh, thanks, Totoro. Yeah, that video is from a while ago. VoxEdit doesn't look like that anymore. I spent a long time animating that. Okay, so we're going to drag this down just a little bit. Don't need to look at that. We're going to do, I think we'll do walk first. Now, as far as I'm aware, we don't need this to actually move anywhere. We just do the leg movements. Gonna have it that goes forward, goes back, so boop, boop, goes back, and then we're going to copy this leg. There we go. copied the wrong thing. Okay. Forward and back. Now that leg's movement. So it moves forward there. I'm trying to think. That leg. How does a tortoise move? A swimming animation? Tortoises don't swim. If you put a tortoise in water, it will sink. A tortoise will sink to the bottom. A tortoise will sink like a friggin' rock, my friends. Don't ever. I'm literally just gonna quickly look up a video of a tortoise walking. I have tortoises. I should know how they walk. But this is when you are animating, having something to reference movement from is a really good idea. A lot of the times when I was doing animations for like humans, and I also needed to know like pivot points for certain things, I would literally stand up and move my body and be like, how is this part of me moving? And so on, and like all of that. So it can be really, really helpful to like watch videos of movement and everything like that to get a good idea on how things move. This video is not loading. I just want to watch a video on a tortoise having a walk. There we go. Come on. It's like, no, I will not load for you. An error? No, don't you error me. I just want to watch a tortoise walking. Okay, apparently I can't watch any videos. Right, can I can't see that one's back legs. Oh, okay. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. It's kind of like this leg that leg goes forward. Yeah, let's delete that. So it's kind of like that leg goes forward, and as it's going back, this leg then starts to go forward and then back and then back to its start position. I still moves forward. I think that needs to go there. Why is it not? There we go. Copy, paste. It's not quite. It's more like it moves that foot forward, and as that foot's going back, the other foot goes forward, and then it does the same there. So it's like, it's kind of overlapped. I think it needs to be a little bit more, so it needs to come down just a little bit more. Like, that needs to come in. That needs to probably go there. So, yeah. And then it starts coming back. Oh, not that quickly. Right, so that one moves forward, that one moves forward. Okay, so that's moving forward too. Moves forward. Just back so quick. Oh yeah, who's remember, for those wondering, right, one, if Play Games is here, I can't, or anybody, what amount of watch streak did I say? Did I say 100? I feel like I said 100. Let me know. Did I say 100? Whoever is able to get to 100 watch streak, tag. Yeah, I feel like I said 100. I feel like it would be weird if I said 90 or like 105 or 110, 100, like 100 or 150, and I think I would have said 100. So yeah, if anybody reaches 100 watch streak, takes a screenshot of it saying that you have reached that watch streak and you post it on socials and tag me, I will send you a sand prize. Okay, why is it? I feel like it's because I'm making that leg go so far back. There we go. Could we maybe just get rid of that and have it go like that? There we go. And then from there is when we start doing this one. Around. There we go. So then this foot's gonna go forward. I feel like I added too much. I feel like it should just be a quick move forward and back. It's like that goes forward. So at around this point, and then this one also then moves forward. Not there. I think it's gotta be around here. And then that goes back. Copy, paste. Why is that doing a weird ba-boom? Oh, because there was a lot of copy and pasting there, that's why. That is why. Oh, Play Games, did the alert work? You played that 30 minutes ago. I don't remember hearing it. Sometimes they work, sometimes they don't. Let me play it. Oh, part like a panda pop, part like a panda pop's party. Whoop whoop. There we go. There, it did work. It did work. Okay, and while that's happening, I think I'll also just add, like, his head. Just bobbing down. Have that stay still there for a minute. Bobbing back up. And then, once again, we'll just copy and paste that there. There. Okay. Yeah, that's cute. And then what we need to do is we need to close all our keyframes. Keep that in mind. So we're going to press this arrow. It's going to take us to the last keyframe of the animation. And then we're just going to make sure we're on the control node. So all of the body parts, all of the nodes are highlighted. And we're going to press that diamond. And there you go. Now that has closed all of our keyframes. The next thing we want to do is we want to do a run. Now, I can't remember if this works, so I'm going to apologize if it doesn't. But I'm going to highlight all of this. I'm going to copy. I'm going to hope it works. And I'm going to paste here. There we go. Okay, now I need this to be faster. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to highlight all of this, not the top bit. I'm going to highlight all of this. I guess the top as well. Come on. And we're going to start squeezing it in. Move you a little bit more this way, and we're going to squeeze you in. And then, in theory, this should have it do a faster movement. There we go. So now it's moving faster. The animation's faster. I think we can make it a little bit faster. I'm going to do it from here. Squeeze it in just a little bit more. There we go. Squeeze you in. Just under 2 seconds for that one. That's just a little bit faster. So that was nice and easy. Then death animation is going to be the animation it has when it dies, and then death is just the position it's going to be in when it's dead. So I'm going to make this real simple. I think its legs are going to be up like this. So I'm just going to move its legs all into position. This is going to be a static one. That's why we're moving it like this. And then I guess, should we have its head on the side? Have it kind of like that, I guess. Now it looks like a turtle. With its legs out, it looks like a turtle. I guess that's that. And then we're going to close that. But what I am going to do is I'm going to copy. And then on death animation, I think the death animation should be about 1.5 minutes long. Oh, easy. There we go. Maybe around here, it will take like a knock back or something, as if it's gone like, and then it falls. Oop. Like, and then falls. So it's been hit. Like, bloop, dead. I feel like the animation doesn't need to be as long as I made it. Let's move that in. That's probably good. Bloop. There. There we go. Nicely done. That's that. So we've got death animation. We still need eat, happy, and that's it. We've got run, walk. So eat and happy. Eat's also going to be real nice and simple. We're just going to have it bend its head down. Oh, so we got a little bit of Z fighting there. We don't like that. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to move this head just slightly to the side. And now we avoid that Z fighting. We don't have that overlap. For those that don't know, Z fighting is where two different colors are fighting to be seen, and that's what causes those little lines to happen. Hey, the gold one, how you doing? You're on a free stream watch streak. That's amazing. Thank you so much. It's great to have you here. Appreciate you. How are you finding the sandbox and all that jazz? Are you a player, creator, artist? Well, what are you? Tell me. Or just here for the ride? You just here for the ride? Everyone's here for the ride. Okay, so for the eat animation, we are just going to keep it simple. So head goes down. We'll wait a few ticks. Hey, Victor Wright, Sandbox Africa in the house. Amazing. Thank you for being here. Appreciate you. How the frig are you? Hi Panda, do you have the Game Jam Game Maker version files? I do have some of the files. Is there a version of Game Maker you need? Is it for a Game Jam? In that case, I believe in the Game Jam emails, they do send the version. You've been here since season 2? That's amazing! Oh, I love that! Mainly a player and landowner. Oh my gosh, love for landowners. Do I have, wait, did I make an emote for landowners? I did not. Here, we'll throw in that chest. Should we? Right, you gotta tell me, what emotes do you guys, what sort of emotes do you guys want? Tell me. Because they're just fun things, like... Right, head up. Head down. Head up. Head down. We pause for a few ticks. And then I'm gonna copy, because it's best when you're making assets, animations, it's best to end on the same keyframe that you started on so it loops nicely. So you're not getting like a weird looping effect happen. You want your animations to loop nicely around. Now there are some exceptions to that rule. Let's say you are making a particular asset where you want the different animations to run on from each other. So maybe you don't want them to play all the way from start to finish. You want one animation for that to end and another animation to play on to the end of that. That's like, you know, animation 01, animation 02, scene 086, I don't know. So there are exceptions to that rule, but for the most part, most of the assets and characters, NPCs that you're going to be creating for your games, or even to sell, most people are going to be using those and having like the same thing loop over and over again. So walk 01, you want the same thing happening and you want it to loop nicely. So if they have this creature just walking around, it loops nicely. The same with eat, you want that to like loop a few times. Maybe the tortoise is doing like the eat animation until a player goes up to it, which you can have messages that activate, like if a player gets in a certain radius, it changes the animation that plays. So yeah, and Joyce, which I'm pretty sure it is, you do get an email that has the version of Game Maker you should be using. But is it because you updated Game Maker and you need to be on like the first 0.12 version? I would say your best place, number one, Discord, Game Jam, chat in Discord. Maybe just ask in there. Maybe be like, hey, I had auto update on. It has updated me to 0.12 point whatever number it is. It will show you. It will show you what version. So if you go to build experiences, right underneath, it will tell you. So I am still on 0.12.0.159. However, I do know there is an update and I haven't updated it. I mean, I'm not taking part in the Game Jam. I can update it. I just haven't yet. So you get to see the version there. So you could ask in Game Maker, in the Game Jam chat, if whatever the updated version is still okay, and you can get that clarified as well. It is the end of the workday for Corrington, who would be the one to answer that and be able to give you information about that. But yeah. Okay, so we got the animation, so it's boop boop, and then yeah, so that loops nicely. It's doing a nice little eat. And then for happy, I think for happy, we're gonna have like the head kind of come up as if it's looking at the player. And then I want the body to kind of do like a rock back and forth, I guess, as if it's doing like a happy dance. I want the body to rock that way. I then want it to pause there, and then I want it to rock back to the middle, so I'm just going to copy that keyframe, and then I'm going to have it rock to this side. Pause there for a second, and then we are going to have it... Here, let me copy you. Copy, paste. So we have it kind of do a little boop boop, but that does look a little silly with... Obviously, we haven't got the head moving or anything like that, or the legs. So what we are going to do is, as it goes to the side, we are just going to kind of move the legs out. So we're going to have the legs move out, and then as it goes back that way, we're going to have the legs stay here. And I want both legs, so I'm going to highlight both of those legs. And then as we get back this side, we want the legs back in their original position. So we're just going to paste that back in, and they kind of move back. And we want a similar thing happening here. So we want both these legs to be in that position as they go out to here. We want these legs to kind of peek out like that. It's like, boop. I feel like we've moved the body maybe a touch too far that side. There we go. And then as it goes in, we want both these legs once again to go back to their original position. Am I crazy, or did we have a hyper mode? I don't think you... Oh! You had like an old hyper mode. You had like one of those basic, like the little free hype character ones that is just like it's a Twitch hyper mode. It wasn't like a custom one, but you would like a custom hyper mode. Okay, we can do that. Custom hype emote. A particular character, animal, or thing to represent hype. I also think we need like a land emote. We could do that. We do have... Can we not use that? Is that... We do have this. Nobody's used that. No one's used the sand speed. I worked really hard finding that. That's an emote we need to play where we need in the chat when we're speed running. Okay, so and I also think, so the head goes up, and then I think the head needs to, like, tilt the opposite way. So it's, like, up, and it tilts. And then as we go this way, it tilts this side. Maybe that's too aggressive of a tilt. It's like, oh yeah, I'm tilting off of its head. Looks so funny. A sloth for hype? Oh, okay, like I could talk to the art team. Okay, I could talk to the art team, see if I can get sloth from owner rewards, and see if I can get the like a thing, a copy of that I could make into a thing. Okay, so we go to the side. Turns its head. And have it. And its head there. And then we are going to want it to end up back in its original position. Let's just have a look. Yeah, okay, that seems like a little happy dance. I feel like that's a little happy dance tortoise. Look at it. That's a happy tortoise. Do we feel like that's a happy little guy? He's doing a happy little dance. Okay. Once again, we've got to close those keyframes, guys. Close them. Get those keyframes closed. And then we're just gonna... Oh, I didn't do the attack. Oh, buddy. What's your attack gonna be? Definitely head raised. And I'm gonna have both the front legs kind of come out. With the back legs... Oh, hello. Back legs ready to push off, and then the body goes up. Oh, come here, body. Body goes up, and then he shoots forward. Body straightens up. Head comes down. And we're going to go back to the control node. One thing we're going to do is we're going to close all those keyframes, because then I'm going to get this, and then everything's going to go back. So it's kind of like a jump like this. There. That is a good attack. I feel like that is a pretty good attack. Now, the only thing that I will say, and this is a little bit annoying, is I have not put this guy... This guy is not centered. Now, does it matter? Probably not fully, but a little bit. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to control node. We're going to put this animation offset. And I'm just going to move this forward. Probably 2 seems about right. And so what that does is that moves it for... I don't know if it moves it for all... No. So we're going to keep it on. And once again, we're going to move it. We do have to go through all of these and move it forward. But it moves it for all of those keyframes. So we don't have to worry about going back through it. It is moving it for all of those keyframes. So it will still end and all of that stuff in the right place. There we go. Let's close that. You can see it's still looping. It starts and ends in the same place. That's nice. Does its little happy dance. Go, eating, death animation, death, and then attack. There we go. Nice. And then I do want idle to be its default animation. That's what I want. And we are gonna upload to Workspace. We're gonna click upload. It is gonna open up a tab in my browser. You don't actually need to be signed on. It used to be that you needed to be signed into your account. Right, create new asset. This is a character. And we're gonna call this, what's his name? What's his name? What are we naming him? Something tortoise. What are we calling him? Tortimer? Who did I beat in a race last? Probably Alex. I don't know. Leo? Ardox wants Leo. Okay. Leo for tortoise. There you go. And he is an animal. He is a reptile. Mate. I feel like this is... Okay, so the American Society of Ichthyology, words that I can't say, uses turtle to describe all species of the order Testudines, regardless of whether they are land-dwelling or sea-dwelling. So that's in America. It's other reptiles. I'm not putting it as a turtle. A turtle is a turtle. Why does that just say 2? And it is common. There we go. There's Leo the tortoise. And then obviously what you're going to want to do is just check that it looks good in Game Maker. So that's what we're going to see. That's what we're going to go and see. We're going to open up Game Maker and we're going to see if it looks good in there. I am just on my big screen just while I get that loaded and opened up. Okay. Boop. Okay, let's add the little tortoise. What we're gonna do is, I'm still getting used to the UI on this. I have not had time to look on here. Can I get rid of this side thing? I wish this was bigger. Okay. Ready? Oh wait, we called it Leo. Okay, Leo tortoise. There he is! There's our little Leo tortoise! So if we go in, and there he is just doing a little attack. Look at him! Just attacking, that's so cute. Now I do wonder, I put him on walk and I put his behavior as, is it on behavior or the other one? Is it component? Not component, is it? It's not a bird. NPC, I guess. Add module. Flee. Gather. Okay. Right, and I just want to make sure that he does in fact walk. Buddy, you're not walking. Oh, there we go. No, buddy, you're not using... You're using your idol. Okay, how do I change that? How do I change that? I don't want you to have health. Go away. How do I change animation? It should be using his walk animation. Should I lay on the ground so I can see if you're using your animation? Oh, it's... Well, your leg does move. Buddy, I've got to get real close to you. Oh, okay, it is. It is. Oh. Oh, okay, that's interesting. I thought it would just loop it. It only does the animation for a set amount of time. So you got to get that walk animation. I would say the best thing to do is look at how long the normal NPC animation is, and then base it off of that. So if you need to see that, you can, let's save. So you can go and have a look at the templates. So go to the templates. Go to the templates. I think there's something up with my internet today. And then we're going to go to our medium humans. I'm going to have to name it something. Right, don't call me out for doing this. I'm going to put this as 17th of August. And I'll... Oh, not 7th. The 17th of August. And I'll make this into something, okay? I know I didn't do it yesterday. I'm just naming it that, so at least it's not the same day. Right, and then we'll go to walk. Walk 01. Okay, so the walk animation is literally 1 second. Okay, so you gotta make that walk animation match up. Okay, Sir Alekin. Avatars utilize true voxel form, which is... There is a video. There should be like you should be able to see like in the event page or something. 1 second. And it should link you to a video that explains all of that. But true voxel form is not basically don't unlock it. Don't unlock it. Oh, it's not in there. I would have thought they would have added it to there. That's irritating. Why is it not? I'm gonna see if they can get that added there, maybe. But yeah, the article should like give you a video that talks about it. But basically, true voxel form is like how the locked NPCs are. So a true voxel form is utilizing like this space. So if you need to do a diagonal on this character, it is that. That is true voxel form. Whereas non-true voxel form would be, you want a diagonal, you make another model, and you do a straight line and rotate it. Basically, what you want to do is think about all the types of avatars and how they're created in Sandbox, and that's what they're going for. So you need to do it like true to, like, take a template. If you're going to use VoxEdit, take a template and just don't unlock the template, and you can create from there. So you can't add any additional nodes and stuff like that. You can still be fairly creative. What I will say is if you're unsure how to get your design across in VoxEdit, you can always draw it or do something like that. AI will not be accepted. If you have submitted something that is done via AI, it won't get accepted. But yeah, basically, you're taking a template and you're creating based off of that. For people that do something a little different, that do unlock it and things like that, one of the elements is that that's why we ask for your voxel files, because our CellX team hopefully will work alongside you. If not, they will, and you're the winner, they will take that and they'll create it. Whether that is you've created something by just pen and paper, obviously the in-house team will build that and make it as optimized as possible. I saw your... No, did I see yours, Riot? I don't think I saw yours. I had a look the other day. It looks like one entry may have used AI. from what I can tell, it seems a little AI generated. But that will be up to the team to fully decide whether they think it is. Obviously, it can be hard to detect what is and what isn't AI, so there could be a chance something that is AI gets through, but for the most part, we will work on detecting that because it does kind of go against what we're aiming for you guys to do in terms of, you know, creating an avatar for this collection. And I would say it's the first community collection. However, technically that's not true because we do have a community collection. For like Andy Rich's is in there, mine is in there, and there's a bunch of other little ones in there as well, which is technically the first community collection, but this is going to be the first official mintable community collection. This is going to be the first collection that you'll be able to mint and be part of that collection, which I'm very excited about. I'm really happy that we can do a contest like this. Obviously, and I'll mention it here, just in case people don't know. Let me see if I can find a link real quick. I want to find a link to the contest. I know the official Sandbox posted it. I even retweeted it. It might be easier. Oh no, they've pinned it. That's good. Does that just take you to the form? That just takes you to the form. Okay, guidelines in the blog. Okay. Here's the blog. I'm gonna drop this in chat. This is the blog for the contest. And that's where it will show you. There you go. You can see the video from there. So the prizes are all 10 winners will get 1,000 sand. You are, and I feel like I'm gonna be I'm just gonna say it. You will be giving permission for the Sandbox to mint and sell. You will not get like commission for the sales and stuff like that. You are basically, your prize is that you get 1,000 sand. You are then giving those rights to that asset over to the Sandbox. You will, however, get obviously your 1,000 sand if you win. You will also get a copy of your avatar. So you will get your own avatar and you will get that 1,000 sand. You may... Oh, I made mine with attacks with a sword. I don't know whether it'll go against you. Why don't you resubmit it? If you're worried, right, Rhino, if at all you're worried, you can resubmit. And what we'll do is, if it looks like it's basically the same avatar, but you've made some edits, your submission will be off of the most recent one, okay? So your submission will be based off of the most recent one. So if at all you're worried, or if you want to make edits and stuff like that, feel free to. You got loads of time. It's running until September 13th. You got a whole bunch of time. You can also submit more than one. You can only win with one, though. So you can submit multiple times. You can only win with one. Yeah, and the judging criteria: creativity, aesthetic, and optimization. So yeah, definitely go check that out. Oh. Right, I guess we're doing a character. What should we do? What should we do? What should we make? I hate this little addition to the hair. I hate it so much. I always delete it. Should we... Let's do a brown-haired panda. Make me with brown hair. No, you can't. Red Lily, you can't. I mentioned that just now. AI will not be accepted. And I did also mention it can be difficult to recognize some AI, so we will try our best to detect and disqualify entries that use AI. Obviously, we may not be able to get rid of all of them, but for the most part, we will try to disqualify those ones. I mean, Red Lily, you say that's the problem. For the most part, it is easy to identify whether someone has used it. There are just a few cases where it's like, oh, maybe this is real, maybe it isn't. But for the most case, I'd like to believe... So far, there's been one entry where I am pretty sure it's AI, but it will come under, like, a team to decide whether it is classified or not. Like, whether it will be accepted. I mean, that's one of the guidelines is it is within the sandbox's discretion to remove entries, but we don't just remove entries for the sake of it. But that is what it is. I'm just laying out AI won't be accepted for this contest. It's also why we usually do the contest where it is VoxEdit and you are just using VoxEdit, but we obviously wanted it to be more open to more people and to be a little bit more creative and a little bit more free for people to be able to take part, because there are lots of mediums that you could use. You know, you could draw it with pen and paper, you could go to Photoshop and design something, you could one second. You could go Photoshop, you could needle felt something, you could crochet something, you could make something out of sticks, like you could make something out of pebbles, you can mosaic something. Yeah, and we don't, Red Lily, we don't have rules against people using different tools, but it does still have to, we aim for you to use VoxEdit, but at some point we can't monitor everything. Like, there's only so much we could do. That's why before I was the VoxEdit community manager, there was nothing for people to submit showing faces and nodes. The person who was running it before me just guessed. They looked at an asset and was like, yeah, that looks good, I guess. And so many that weren't allowed to go through were allowed to go through. And like size guidelines and stuff. We had all these guidelines and they were part of the rules and they were never checked before I got here. And then when I got here, I was like, okay, what are ways that we can check? Okay, VoxEdit has a face. It never used to have a node. It never used to have the node thing. However, you could ask people to send the GLTF files, and there was software that I could use to check the GLTF files to find out how many nodes there were. So we did that. So for most of our VoxEdit contests, we ask for you to, now it has nodes so we can see, but you have to show your asset, your whole asset, and all of the face and nodes so we can see that is your asset, that is the face and nodes associated to that. You also have to send in the GLTF so we can measure your asset. If at any point your asset looks too large, we measure it. We also double check the animations and stuff on there. Faces are drawn with very thin lines like a drawing. This is impossible. It isn't, Kaiten. It's not impossible in VoxEdit. Look. Oh wait, I can't do this because I'm not unlocking this, but it isn't impossible to do a really thin line. One moment. Okay. We'll do it Move this down. Mouth. Open this up. Mouth. We'll just use a really dark red so you can see. I'm gonna do that. Set to center. And then I am gonna go in here and just recolor this there. So now I have no mouth. Go here. Where are you? You won't be able to do it for the avatar thing. You won't be able to do this. This is not true voxel form. This is an example of not true voxel form. So you get the mouth in the position that you want it, and then you are going to rotate this, and there. Now we have a tiny. Can you add nodes? No. Yeah. So VVox. Yes, use medium and human templates. If you want, you can obviously graphic design it, and then obviously the CellX team will work with you to create that design. But yes, it does have to be per the avatar guidelines, which is it does need to be a locked medium or medium or small template. But how did they draw the face as if with a pencil? Kaitum, I feel like I need an example. I need an example of what you're on about. I'm just saying, like, for people on here, like, it is possible for you to get really thin lines like that. Titan, I need an example. Is it... Because one of the things with the contest is you can submit drawings, and then the CellX team will work with you to take whatever you've drawn and make that into an avatar if you win. Like, if you've got an example, was it posted? Have you seen something posted? That would help. I'd like to be able to like explain, if possible. How do you judge the true voxel form on other mediums? I mean, VVox, it would be more like the judges will... We're not judging true voxel form, it's just the... Yeah, it is a difficult one. It's just the judges will be determining whether what somebody has designed would be able to be created via true voxel form. Or they'd take what somebody's drawn and they'd make a true voxel form of that. Similar to how, obviously, our in-house artists, you know, take profile pictures, World of Women, Bored Ape, and all of that stuff, and they make a true voxel form version of that. That is how that would go. Right, Lily, I can't see a link. Sorry, I can't see a link that you've posted. I don't know whether chat just bugged out there. Let me see if I can refresh. Oh no, if I refresh, I'm gonna lose all of chat. I'm not gonna refresh, I'll lose all of chat. Sorry. But yeah, this is an example of what not to do. If you're creating something in VoxEdit, this is an example of what cannot be done for an avatar. You can't be using an unlocked template. But obviously you can add a mouth like that, you know, whatever you want to do with that. Yeah, I'm not sure whether we accept links, which is why I usually say, like, let me know what it is. Like, Nightbot should be blocking links. Usually Nightbot should be blocking links anyway. It's working properly. Just because we don't know, like, what somebody might be sending, obviously. You can see the link. I cannot. Did it only block it for me? That's so weird. That's so weird. So Red Lily, I know at least one entry that I've seen for the avatar contest looks like it was AI generated. I don't know if that's the one that you're linking to, but this is why it's not just up to me. I'm not the deciding factor of what is and isn't AI. We have people that will look at that and decide over it. So I know. But with all of our VoxEdit contests, I will say there are many amazing voxel artists and many other graphic design amazing artists. And we'll obviously see what happens, and it is what it is. The one I saw was made to look hand-drawn. There was one I saw that was hand-drawn, that was of a dragon, that did very much look hand-drawn. Like, that looked hand-drawn. Was it of a dragon? Right. Oh, wait, sorry, I've gone and had a look. And I can see you commented on it saying, did you draw this? I would not worry about that. I would not be concerned. Yeah, I would not be concerned. As one of the people that judge these contests, based off of other entries that have already been entered, I would not be concerned. Oh, okay, Chiton. Okay, well, at least I know Nightbot is working. Okay, let me have a look. Copy. I'm copying and pasting this. Oh, the Magnificent Century ones. Okay, so yeah, these aren't done with AI. Yeah, these are really done. These are done not via true voxel form. Okay, so Chiton, 100% the way that I showed you, that is how they have done these. They have used polygons. They've used polygons to create this. Like with these eyes, are you on about with the eyes? So what they've done is how I showed you with the mouth, they have done that multiple times over. They have done that multiple times over. I can see what you mean here, and it really does look like it's drawn and stuff. No, this is done in VoxEdit. This has been done in VoxEdit. This is not something that could be done for an avatar, though. This is not, yeah, that's a lot of work. VVox knows. VVox knows. It is a lot of work. It is a lot of nodes. This is an example of what wouldn't be able to be an avatar. This is something that could potentially be, you know, a custom avatar for your own personal game, or an NPC that anybody could use. You could sell it. But that is a lot of work. It is really well done. They've put a lot of time and effort into it. It's really, really well done. But yes. That really is done via VoxEdit. I've done mouths similar. Like, I like doing the mouths like this. I like doing that. I also like doing the eyebrows separate as well. I've definitely done some like separate eyebrows and everything. For me, I like a little bit more of like the Sandbox Voxel art style, where it's a little bit more blocky, but I do like a little bit of detail, a little extra in there. I don't like what I would classify, I'm going back to my Sims terms. So with Sims, with custom content, you have like Max's Match, you've got Max's Mix, and you've got Alpha. Alpha is where it looks super realistic, hyper realistic, as if you're playing like a completely different game. Max's Match is where it matches like the Sims general art style. It is like how it would fit in. It would look like it is actually by them. Max's Mix is actually the one I prefer, which is a combination of the two, where there's a little bit more detail there. I like it, but it still fits into the vibe of The Sims and doesn't look ultra realistic. I would classify this lady here, I would class her as like a more alpha look. This dude, I would classify maybe as a mix. Can game avatars be made this way, or is it only for NPCs? So game avatars for your own game, your custom game, only for your game, can be done like this. You can use anything. I know this isn't a Game Maker one, and oh damn it, I don't know how to. I've not used 0.12. I may need chat to help, but literally anything can be an avatar in your own game. Help. Is it? Wait. I think you do it over here now. There we go. So over, yeah, spawn point. Thank you, VVox. I was like, wait, I think it's on the spawn point. Okay, so on the spawn point, you have custom avatar. False means, if it's on false, that means whatever avatar a player has equipped, that is what they'll wear. If you toggle that to true, you get to choose your avatar model, and you can choose whatever you like. I could choose this hat. I am now going to play. I am now this hat. This is now what I'm playing as. I am now playing as a hat. I can, okay, Lady Lustwood is probably one of my unlocked ones. Okay, Lady Lustwood. We can, now what I will say, sometimes some of the animations look a bit weird, but there we go. So there she is. There's Lady Lustwood. You can see we got some eyebrowness going on. We got some lips happening there. She is unlocked because we got those eyebrows and stuff. We got the jump. We got the crawl. Got the crouch. I don't know if we got the swim and whatnot, but we may not have. Oh shit! It's changed to B. Okay, we got some dances. It just depends what animations were already left on them. There you go. So yeah, this is an unlocked one. However, this is the avatar everybody will play in your game. So everybody will automatically have to play as this character. So if it's a multiplayer experience, everybody's going to be playing that, unless you're assigning teams. It's a little bit like, there's that race game. Experiences. Jungle, I think they meant to say Jungle Friends, but it ended up being like Jungle Friends. Where are you? There. This one. So this experience, there's actually I think it's 5 different characters that you get to play as, and they're custom avatars for that game. Only for that game. You can't use them anywhere else. They would not work as avatars anywhere else. They're only in here. Also, Blue Tulip, don't tell people that. Don't tell people to just make a panda avatar and they'll win. I'm not the only judge. Plus, I would rather see other people make themselves. I might actually not allow people to make me, to be honest, because it's like, I want to make me. I want to make my own avatars. I don't want other people making my avatars. I don't mind. I know VVox made an NPC version of me for a game, and that was really cool, and I really enjoyed that. If you want to do that, that's awesome. But like, don't try and submit me to a VoxEdit contest for you to win. It's flattering, but that's okay. You make what you want to make. And I'm sure it'll be really good. But yeah, so you can have custom avatars for your games only. For your games only, and they can be unlocked. You can do all sorts with them, and that's absolutely fine. Yeah. I don't like how I've done this. What outfit should I make? Kaiten, I have said this. If I did a Panda Pops avatar meetup, I think I would do it as like I'm doing it with my own stuff. It's not like a Sandbox one. It'll be me. I will do it. Which does remind me, I do need to put those avatars back on sale. They do go up in price every time I put them up for sale. I don't know whether with OpenSea moving over, I don't know whether they unlisted the asset. Let me have a look. Casual Panda Pops. Is there any... I don't like the new OpenSea. How am I meant to see if there's any up for sale? I don't think there is any up for sale. Last sale was 175 sand. So they'll be going up. If they were last seen at 175 sand, the next price is 200 sand. The next price they'll go up to is 200 sand. And only, let me see how many's left. Only 5. Only 5 are left as giveaways. Only 5 are left as giveaways. How many people have my avatar? 32. I think 31 or 32 people have my avatar. I think Sandbox actually has 2 of them. Let me just... That's a really good question. Right. Oh, okay. Alright, I'm not counting Sandbox. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15... 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Oh shit, I lost count. Oh, wait. I'm doing this the stupid way. Right. You're 31. Yeah, there's 31 owners. What was I doing? Why was I making that harder for myself? There's 31 people. I was right. There's 31 people that have my avatars. Hey, Sergio, how you doing? And that doesn't include and they're not technically classed as avatars. They are the body parts. There are some people that have the special Christmas panda body parts, because I wasn't allowed to make another avatar because how they were being done all changed, so I wasn't able to do another one like that because it wasn't going to be possible. But I was allowed, I was given permission for, in the customize section, I could make my Santa one. And the rest of these Santa ones, other than the version that I'm keeping for myself, will be given away this year. There will be no more Santa pandas left after this Christmas. So it's like the head, the body. Also, nobody other than me has the bumpkus. Panda. What's the difference? Oh, that one's better. Bumpkus. Right. So yeah. The lighting in this is awful, but it looks good. Yeah, this is one that I wore during the Bumpkus trials, and occasionally I put it on. I liked this one. This one I was really proud of. I really enjoyed this. And it's, the Bumpkus trials had the different crystals, so I've got the crystals in my pocket. There's a potion here. Another crystal as, like, a necklace item. And that made me look a little bit like a scientist for the Dr. Bumpkus element of it. But yeah, this is just for me. But the Santa one... Okay, I feel like we don't need to carry on with this now. We did our tortoise. I'm happy with our tortoise. We've overdone everything. Did anybody have any questions? Anything they want me to cover before we finish? Is there anything that you'd like me to get ready for next week for streams? Is there a particular topic you want me to go over? Do you want me to also create, like, do you want me to create something in particular? Do you want me to cover, like, making rooms and stuff like that? One thing that I will say is, I know with Game Maker, they did do, like, the addition of changing the collision box. Please keep in mind that it doesn't wrap around the assets. You still need to have good collisions for your assets. I hadn't played about with it, so I wasn't sure what those collision box things are. Here we go, collision. So you can only change it like this. You can do a sphere or a plane, but the original collision box is still there. You know, you can up the scales and stuff. Can I change that to 0? And 5, I don't know. Does it show it? Oh, there we go. Right, so the collision box is now over there. So you can make it small. Like, you can make it smaller and you can adjust it slightly, but it won't do, like, the wraparound stuff. Like, you will still need to potentially break things down for good collisions, depending on what you're creating. So please don't just think now with the physics, with the collision options, that means that you don't need to think about your collisions when making voxel assets, because you still do need to think about those collision boxes. Please don't forget about the collision boxes. Please. Please don't forget about them. Right, we're finishing up here. I'm not seeing any other questions or anything. Oh, sorry. I just realized I wasn't looking at the other chat. I am so sorry. Okay, let me quickly go back. Your name, my name is, okay. Maybe you can look and help me. About what do you need me, person over on YouTube? Red John, what do you need me to help you with? What do you need me to help you with? Oh, okay, wait, I see another question. I need some help about your marketplace. You bought an NFT from the marketplace, and I can't see it on OpenSea and can't find it on Hidden tab. Okay. I don't know why. Can you see it in your account? Can you see it on your Sandbox account? Are you still there? Giveaway today? No, Red Lily. Red John, sorry. Can you see it at least on your Sandbox account? I feel like you need to make a ticket for this. As much as I can help you a little bit, I do need, and I do apologize, I wasn't looking at Restream chat because nobody was over there. I had Valvestine earlier that I was chatting to, and then it was mostly just Twitch. But yeah, I can see it on, okay. But, Dovler, are you the same person as above? If you can see it on your Sandbox account, maybe, depending on how long ago that you purchased it, then maybe it's just taken a while to see on OpenSea. It's usually the opposite for me. Usually, I'll see things on OpenSea first. It could be an issue. OpenSea might be taking some time showing it. I don't know why it would, but if you see it on your Sandbox account, then it is there. If you're looking at your Sandbox account and you're seeing your assets and you're seeing it there, then obviously you have purchased it. About 3 weeks, that seems... yeah, maybe it's an OpenSea issue. You could open up a Jira ticket and report it, but the fact that you can see it on your Sandbox account, and another way for you to test is for you to go to Game Maker and check that you can see it in Game Maker, then yeah. So I would say it is there, and it could be an issue on the OpenSea, in which case we can't really do anything. But definitely making a ticket to at least maybe alert some people, like, hey, some of our NFTs, some of our Sandbox NFTs aren't showing on OpenSea, then somebody from our side can maybe connect with someone from OpenSea and be like, hey, maybe there's an issue. But it seems like it's more of an OpenSea issue and not a Sandbox issue. If you're able to see the asset on the Sandbox account, then you obviously have it there. So I wouldn't be too concerned, is what I'm saying. You obviously have it, and that's one thing with the blockchain as well. You can see all those transactions. You should be able to see that you purchased it, that it is there. The fact that you can see it on your Sandbox account as well, I'm not too concerned. But if you are still concerned about it, one, I don't think it's an issue on our end, but even so, do feel free to open up a support ticket, just to see whether that might help with something, maybe. Yeah, or as Red Lily said, Red Lily's over on Twitch, this person's over on YouTube. You can contact OpenSea and ask them as well, so you could... Oh, wait, no, they said if Sandbox has a contact. So yes, obviously we do, because we have multiple collections with OpenSea. It would be worrying if we didn't. But at the same time, it's hit and miss how quickly we can resolve that issue. But it is still, can I ask another question? Go for it. We're wrapping it up, but feel free to ask another question. I need dinner as well, please. Thank you. Go ahead with your question. I'm just gonna go to Big Me while we wrap this up. And I'm gonna find somebody to raid as well. Don't worry, I haven't forgotten about you. Vox just said Fred and Ferd. Oh, are Fred and Ferd streaming? Why are they not showing up on my thing? Does Sandbox not follow them? Why do we not follow them? That is absolutely unacceptable. Well, I followed them now. Yes, thank you for that. We will raid them. I am waiting for Dovla Moto over on YouTube to ask their question. I will say, I am needing to wrap up the stream, so please ask it quickly. There we go. Will there be a chance that when the game goes into beta, everyone who had multiple alpha passes, like from 1 up to 6, 7, gets rewards for all collections we held during alpha? Unfortunately, I don't have that information. That is a really, really good question, and I definitely like that question. Personally, and this is personally me, not Sandbox saying this is me saying this. Personally, I would love to see people who have held or purchased alpha passes to see some additional rewards that way, or in any way. That I think there's definitely something to be said for people that have continued to hold those items. But unfortunately, I don't have that information. That's not something I know. And even if I did know that information, which I don't, that's also something that I wouldn't be able to say at the same time. But I think that is a really good question. And I do think there is something there that, you know, that's definitely feedback that the team should hear. I believe the team is already aware of it. It is something that gets brought up at every alpha season. Hey, will alpha pass holders receive a little summon? So I definitely see that. I hear that. I see it for sure, and I feel the same way. I've been here since alpha season 1 as well. I've been here for a long time, so I definitely feel that. I'll make sure that the team also hears and feels that too. I appreciate the question. But we are finishing up, so we are gonna raid Fred and Third. Yeah, it's been a great one. If at any point you guys have questions and all that jazz, let me know. And as always, have a good morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you are in the metaverse. I will see you next time.